Hello everyone, I hope you are doing well. As a moderator of this forum, I want to extend a warm welcome to all our new members and express my gratitude to our existing community for their continued engagement. We are gathered here today to discuss on the topic nature of industry. As we all are aware, the nature of industry has highlighted four core elements, which are the market structure, conduct behavior, performance, and preview of coming extraction. Before we talk more in depth about these elements, let me begin by introducing our panel to discuss the topic. Our first panel is Ms. Razim, President of Kuala Lumpur Economic Club. How are you today, Ms.?
I'm good, thank you.
Next to her, our specialty panel to is Nabilatul WAFA, an economist.
Hi.
Also, we have Professor INTAN, a professor from Faculty Management and Economics, UPSI.
Hi everyone.
And the last one is Datin NURSHUHADA, one of the governors in Bank Negara in Malaysia.
Hi.
Let me explain about the first key element in our topic, that is market structure. This refers to the number of size distribution of firms operating in the industry. Common market structure include perfect competition, monopolistic competition, oligopoly, and monopoly. Without further ado, let's hear more from the invited panel, Ms. Rosie. The floor is yours.
Thank you, Mr. Syafiq, for inviting me. Let me explain more about the market structure. Market structure in economics depicts how firms are differentiated and categorized based on the types of goods they sell and how their operates are affected by external factors and elements. Market structure makes it easier to understand the characteristics of diverse markets. The main body of the market is composed of suppliers and demanders. Both parties are equal and indispensable. The market structure determines the price formation method of the market. Suppliers and demanders, or we can determine as the sellers and buyers, will aim to find a price and both parties can accept creating an equilibrium quantity. Lastly, market definition is an important issue for regulator facing changes in market structure, which needs to be determined. The relationship between buyers and seller as the main body of the market includes three situations. It is the relationships between sellers, enterprises and enterprises, the relationship between buyers, enterprises and consumers, and the last one is the relationship between buyers and seller. The relationship between the buyer and seller of the market and the buyer and seller entering the market. These relationships are the market competitions and monopoly relationship reflected in economy. That's all from me. Thank you.
Thanks, Ms. Rosie. Findings in your talk, what I can say is market structure categorized firm based on goods and external influences. The main body comprise equal suppliers and demanders, determine prices, and rating equilibrium. Next, let's talk about conduct behavior. Ms. Wafa, can you explain in depth about this key element?
Okay, thank you to our moderator. Okay, so I will cut it short. For the simplest explanation for conduct behavior is that the conduct behavior of firm are differs across industry. This is because some industries are higher markup than others. Some industries are more susceptible to merger or takeovers, and the different for the amount spent on the research and development. Product tend to be vary from one and another across the industry. Therefore, the important differences in conduct that exist in the across industries are pricing behavior, integration and merger activity, research and development, and also advertising. For the pricing behavior related to firm in some industry charge higher markup price than others. For the integration and merger, It refers to the unity of productive resources and can occur through merger in which two or more existing firms unite or merge into a single firm, or can occur during the formation of a firm. For research and development, it is to gain a technological advantage and to increase revenue of an industry. Lastly, for advertising, it is varied across firms, and the firm differences industry increase revenue by using the advertising. Thank you.
Thanks for your Miss Nadia session for informative talk from you. In my view, conduct behavior of firms varies across industries due to factors such as pricing differences, integration and merger activity, research and development, spending, and advertising strategies. Industries with higher markups may have different conduct behavior, and firms use R&D and advertising to gain a competitive advantage and increase revenue. Next, we welcome Professor Intan to explain more about performance and nature of industry. The floor is yours, Prof.
Okay, thank you for the moderator. Okay, performance refers to the profit and social welfare that result in a given industry. Referring to Dansby-Willett Performance Index measure is by how much social welfare would improve if firm in an industry expanded output in a socially efficient manner. If the Dansby-Willett Index for an industry is zero, there are no gains to be obtained by inducing firm in the industry to alter their outputs, consumer and producer supplies are maximized given industry demand and cost conditions. When the index is greater than zero, social welfare would improve if industry output were expanded. Industry with large index value has poorer performance than industry with lower value. Okay, for the issue related to this topic is, suppose you are the manager of a firm in the textile industry. You have just learned that the government has placed the textile industry at the top of list of industry, and it plans to regulate and intends to force the industry to expand output and lower the price of textile product. Okay, how should you respond? For the answer for the issue is, you should point out to Government Council that textile industry has the lowest learner index out of the 10 major industry listed in the table above. Furthermore, the Desbert-Willett Index for the textile industry is the lowest of 9 industry listed in the table. The efficient way for government to improve social welfare is to alter output in the other industry first. Thank you.
Thank you, Prof, for a crystal clear explanation. I can conclude that performance is an industry is measured by profits and social welfare. The unique performance index assesses the, the potential social welfare improvement from expanding output efficiency. Higher index values indicate poorer performance. Next, let's move to definition. You might wonder what is actually the phrase preview of coming extractions in the nature of industry. Please, Stephen.
Okay, thank you, Syafiq. To have some terminology that will enable us to distinguish among various types of market structures, it is useful to introduce the four basic models we will use to accomplish this goal, which is perfect competition, monopoly, monopolistic competition, and oligopolistic. For perfect for perfect competition, in markets characterized by perfect competition, there are many firms, each of which is small relative to the entire market. In perfectly competitive markets, both concentration ratios and Rothschild index tends to be close to zero. Second, a monopoly is a firm that is the sole producer of a good or service in the relevant market. In monopolistic markets, there is extreme concentration and the Rothschild index is unity. Next, in a market characterized by monopolistic competition, there are many firms and consumers just as in perfect competition. Thus, concentration measures are close to zero. Lastly, in an oligopolistic market, a few large firms tend to dominate the market. Firms in a highly concentrated industries such as the line, automobile and aerospace industry operate in an oligopolistic market. I think that's all from me. Thank you.
Thank you, Datin, for a brilliant explanation. If I can summarize all that, well, from my view, there are four fundamental market structures which are firstly, perfect competition, many small firms, low concentration. Second, monopoly, single firm but high concentration. And third, monopolistic competition, many firms but low concentration. And the last one is oligopoly, few large firms dominate the market. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, finally we come to the end of our discussion. I would like to say thanks again to our panelists for the informative and interesting talk. Hopefully this forum will be beneficial to everyone. Thank you for your attention. Wabillahi taufiq wal hidayah. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi